Howdy y'all, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So today is going to be the beginning of the little bus series videos. I hope it's going to be a couple video series and not just one video, or I'm at least going to try to make it a couple video series anyways. But what y'all have been waiting for and wanting to know what I'm going to be doing with the bus. So I finally got it plated and insured. Insurance is stupid expensive on this thing. Well, it really isn't expensive, but for what I'm doing, it's pretty stupid expensive. But as many of you know, I don't haul scrap on my trailer no more because the last time that I hauled scrap, they broke a couple boards and whatnot. And my new trailer, I'm trying to keep it as nice as possible, even though my other trailer was a new trailer, but it is a piece of junk. This one, try and keep it as nice as possible. So, as you guys know, I cut the top off of the bus, and I have been hiding, or trying to hide, that it is going to become a scrap hauler. And that is right. I have this whole pile of scrap here, what's in the bus already, and then a bunch of other stuff that needs to go to the scrap yard. And I'm honestly not even really worried about the tonnage, what price it is per ton, because I'm trying to crank out these videos for you guys and clean up the yard around here. So I don't really care what the price is. I'm just trying to film some good content for you guys. So before we get any farther into today's video, I need to read a Bible verse over you guys. And today it's going to be coming out of 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verses 1 through 10. And it says, "For we know that if our earthly house, a tent, is destroyed, we have a building from God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. And in fact, we groan in this one, longing to put on our house from heaven, since when we are clothed, we will not be found naked. Indeed, we who are in this tent groan, burdened as we are, because we do not want to be unclothed, but clothed, so that mortality may be swallowed up by life. And the one who prepared us for this very thing is God, who gave us Spirit as a down payment. Therefore, though we are always confident and know that while we are at home in the body, we are away from the Lord, for we walk by faith, not by sight. Yet we are confident and satisfied to be out of the body and at home with the Lord. Therefore, whether we are at home or away, we make it our aim to be pleasing Him. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each may be repaid for what he has done in the body, whether good or bad." So there's today's Bible verse for you guys. If you're a believer, make sure to tag along to the channel. Or even if you're not a believer and are trying to become a believer, make sure to tag along to the channel, as I'm going to keep cranking out these Bible verses and maybe something else coming soon. So make sure to prepare if you are wanting to follow along with the channel. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, because I'm not stopping here. But yeah, as I was talking about the school bus, I converted it into a scrap hauler for now. And as you know, if you watch the video, the wiring for the tail lights, turn signals, all that stuff ran up above in the roof of the bus. And I didn't know that. I figured the brake lights, turn signals, and all that stuff would have ran along the frame rail. So what I had to do is I had to track all the wires down, and I ran 3 wires running down the school bus here. Call me hillbilly all you want, that's all right. And I got them up here and finally traced down the 3 that I needed in this nasty wiring harness. So I got the brake lights, the turn signals working again, running lights and all that stuff I wasn't too worried about, because I'm not going to be using this bus at nighttime, only during the day. So I don't really need those lights, but I do need brake lights and turn signals just to be legit and not get pulled over, you know? And then I had some hay that I didn't want to get rained on, so I threw it in here and got all hay. And then the dash, yeah. If you guys watched the videos a few months ago now when I hauled this baby in, you know that there was an annoying buzzing and beeping sound because the air brakes have been deleted on this bus and it has hydraulic brakes now. So since there's no air going into tanks, it would just, the alarm would keep going off and off and off. And I drove 2.5 hours home with the alarm going off. It was so annoying. So I finally ripped the dash out, pulled the speedometer or this whole cluster out, and the speaker was behind the dash. So I tore the dash all apart and disconnected that speaker. So now I got the dead man on, but we don't have no buzz no more, so that's great. I ain't really too worried about putting the dash back together because this thing's a piece of junk anyways, so ain't too worried about that. But as you can tell, I got some scrap loaded up in here a little bit. I'm not sure how much I want to put in here just because I want to be able to get all the scrap. Oh, sorry about that. I want to be able to get all the scrap out of here and not break the bus in half. I mean, I want to break the bus in half, but I want it to be like on my last trip, because if I break the bus in half, that's good for the YouTube content, you know. But yeah, it looks like it'd be sturdy enough or something. So I'm gonna keep most of the weight on the frame there, and at least try to anyways, and go from there. So yeah, I gotta put the plates and stuff on it, throw the registration in the cab, and then we should be ready to go. Tomorrow morning, I plan on taking my first load out, so that's exciting. Hopefully get some good footage at the scrapyard for you guys. And yeah, get laughed at a lot because you know that's gonna happen because this thing's freaking ugly. But yeah, I need to load some more scrap in the bus because I ain't got nothing in there. So my plan is to take just some prepared steel and breakable cast with me on this run. So that's my plan. So I need to get the rear ends and stuff set aside for now and get the bus loaded up with breakable cast and prepared steel. So I'm ready to head for town bright and early in the morning and start making some money. So I guess what I'm gonna do now is set you guys on the tripod, probably on time-lapse mode, organize this pile a little bit with my new little telehandler, and then get to loading some scrap. So I guess I better pull the bus forward so I got some room to work. So I'll set you guys on a tripod, get this bus moved, then yeah, throw you on time-lapse. Bus is moved. Now let's get to work. Got most of the big pieces with the telehandler in the bus. And then I had to go get my skid loader with a bucket on it to get the little pieces and throw them in the bucket, throw them in there. But then I was moving some stuff around over here, and there's about got to be a hornet's nest in that 7040 Alice rear end right there. There's a lot of stuff right in there and then over there. So I'm not sure where they're living at, but definitely definitely not good because they tried to attack me and I was beating myself up. So I took a break hoping they'd calm down, but I still see a couple flying around here and there. So what I might do is hop in my telehandler, extend the boom all the way out, and try to lift that 70-40 rear end out of there and take it over there so that they're far away from me, because I'm not trying to get stung today. But got a little bit thrown in the bus here. You can tell a little bit got thrown in here because it's hanging out the top. But climb up in here, and yeah, there's a little bit in here. Not sure how much is in here, what the weight of it is. So I guess we'll just have to see when we pull on the scales tomorrow, I hope. If this hornet's nest, if I can't get it out of there, I might either have to bundle up and get it out of there, or yeah, just set that pile on fire or something and kill them all. But because I'm not messing with bees. I got stung too many times to want to try to do that again. So I think that's the plan. I think. And then hopefully get this loaded tonight so I can leave out early in the morning. But if not, we'll take at least one load tomorrow sometime in the day. So sit you guys back down for now. Try to get this stuff moved from the hornets and get to loading some more stuff. Put my sweatshirt on for some more cover. Put my ear protection in, so maybe I'll have some hearing left. I'm already deaf, but I want to save the rest of my hearing. So hop in my telehandler now, see if I can't get that rear end moved without getting stung. Well, I got it moved a little bit, and some more of the scrap cleaned up. I can't tell where the hornet's nest is actually coming from. I'm not seeing them swarm out of that rear end there, so I'm not sure where the pile is, but hopefully I can get all this loose little stuff picked up and then just have that rear ends and stuff like that left on the next load. But we're starting to get pretty full, so I'm not sure how much more I'm going to be putting on here. I hate to put too much back here, just because that is definitely a weak point on the bus. Right here is definitely a lot stronger, and right above the axle definitely. But got a little bit more on there, definitely hanging off or up quite a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully get all this little stuff thrown in the bucket of the skid steer and dumped in there, and then get that load to them in the morning, and then come back and load up the rest of this stuff and head back up there. So that's the plan anyways. I still do have some tractors that I want to tear apart, and then take that scrap up there too. He just texted me and said that scrap's only about 120 a ton, so not great, but better than something. So get this place cleaning up quite a bit, and go from there. So set you guys back on time-lapse mode and get all this loose little stuff picked up, and hopefully not get stung. Well, I didn't put you guys on time-lapse mode because it was just me throwing a bunch of little stuff in the bucket and dumping it in there. Still got quite a little bit to go here, and this wasn't all my scrap either, so I still got a bunch out there that needs to be hauled. So I'm gonna just take what I got in the bus to see how the bus does. I just took it to the end of the driveway and back. Stops just fine, has tons of power, so I don't think I'm overloaded. Yeah, I don't want to find out once I get on the main road either if I'm overloaded or not. But yeah, we're got a little bit in there, not too terribly much, but if there's $500 worth in there, then wouldn't hurt my feelings. So yeah, that's load number one, I suppose. I'll get that taken to town in the morning. Hopefully everything goes smooth and I get unloaded, and come back home and might either load up again and go back, or I have some other stuff I got to get done as well. So it might take a minute before, it might be later in the day before I get back up there with another load. So still got to put these lights back in here. They keep falling out, so I need to get them up and in there, and then get my plate put on, and we should be ready to rock and roll. So I guess I'm gonna set you guys down for now, pick you guys back up tomorrow morning when I go to take the scrap to the scrap yard. Surprised that one that smashed side my bus. Sorry about the shaky footage. I'm a little nervous from driving this thing. It's kind of scary, honestly. And I still got the journey home, so we'll see how it goes. I do YouTube, and I couldn't get it sold, so I park tractors out and whatnot. And since I couldn't get it sold, I was like, hey, I'm just gonna cut the top off and use it as a scrap hauler. And then once I get done hauling scrap, I'll cut it down to the floor and haul hay. So, just try to get my money's worth back out of it.
Way to do it, though.
Because, yeah, I got a brand new gooseneck, and I hate to bring it here and tear it up. And I was just getting dumpsters hauled in and filmed it, and I was like, I might as well try this. It was $80 to plate it, but insurance was about $100 a month. And then, yeah, all the wiring was ran in the roof, so I had to string wires for my turn signals and brake lights.
I bet it wouldn't be too easy to run them underneath.
No, I figured right there it was easy enough, because after I get that hauling scrap, I don't care if they work or not.
Right.
Because I was getting come yesterday, and I found a short in the wire, finally, after searching for it. So I didn't make it, but I still got a few more loads to bring in, but I don't know. This load made me kind of nervous.
Why is that?
I don't know, it kind of looks shady. Scared to get pulled over, I guess.
I mean, it's plated. I mean, all else they can do.
Yeah. I mean, if I get pulled over, that's even better for YouTube, but...
Did you see on YouTube? Did you see on YouTube?
My name's Braden Bowman. That's just what I have the channel under. I part out tractors, fix tractors up, do a little bit of everything. My last scrap video was my biggest video yet, so I was like, maybe it'll hit if I haul scrap in the school bus.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
So I was hoping maybe it dropped something on the side of the bus or something.
I'm sure you can do that.
Maybe the last load. I want to make it home this load first. The last load, if I have to leave it here, I have to leave it here. Even though they don't want it in there.
Yeah, I don't think we could really fit this in the trailer.
Well, I've done half the work for you guys.
Yeah.
So. I figure, heck, the motor, I can make my money back out of the motor. So
What's that motor does that have?
it's a 466E. If it was a straight 466, I'd throw it in a tractor.
Yeah.
But since it's an electronic one, I can't throw it in a tractor.
They told me I was going to use some of the load.
Might be the rear ends when I bring them in, because yeah, the crane it won't attach to them. It just drops them.
Really? Well, there'd be your seat rock.
Because they're probably like 6,000 pounds. One of them's like 6,000 pounds. And yeah, he's tried to lift them up off my gooseneck. He just slides them off the side. Yeah, my last dumpster got hauled in. It was like 36,000 pounds I put in there or something. I didn't think it was that heavy, but I guess it was. I would have went heavier on this load, but I'm not sure how much the bus will handle.
Yeah, it's not used to handling that much weight. It's used to handling kids.
Yeah.
I How old is this bus? Late 80s, early 90s?
No, it's a '09.
Really?
Yeah. They used it to like haul pigs or something. So it was real nasty when I got it.
I can tell the fence on the side or something.
But I bought it for parts storage, but then I got shipping containers. So I was like, I'm tired of looking at this ugly bus. And then I made it even uglier, but at least I'm having fun, I guess.
It doesn't matter, it's having fun and making money.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't put fuel in it since I bought it. I'm about out of quarter tank, I think. So.
Sure, it can't be too bad on fuel.
Well, I drove it 3 hours home, and it only burnt like a quarter tank of fuel. So. Thank you. Must be a new guy here at the scrapyard talking to me. Pretty nice fellas up here. Told them I didn't care about this thing, so if they damage it, they damage it. As long as I make it back home, that's all that matters to me. I'd like to get all my scrap hauled with it, and then if it breaks in half here, then I'll leave it here, but I've got a couple more loads left, I think. Doing pretty good unloading though. A lot more careful than the other guy. I'm sure you guys remember the old videos of me hauling scrap. That's just why I don't haul with my gooseneck anymore, because I ain't got the grapple on the crane there. So it's kind of hard to lift the heavy stuff. So that's why I kind of converted this thing into it. I was trying to keep it a secret from you guys. But I do plan on just hauling scrap with it and then cutting it to the floor like you guys probably heard, and converting it into a hay hauler for a minute and then going from there. So that's the plan, but guess we'll see what happens. But I think he's about done now, so I'll probably set you guys down and then probably pick you guys back up when I get home and let you know what the weight of this load was and go from there. So I'll see you guys in a few. Well, folks, I would say that we need a balance or tire rotation or something, or I don't freaking know. It's just bouncing around like crazy, I tell you what. At 55 miles an hour, we're scooting buggying. So on the way home now, got the first load done. Yeah, I made more money than I was expecting, so that's exciting news. I ripped a couple of wires, unloading some batteries and stuff just because they weren't crimped down tight enough, so I got them duct taped for now until I get back home. But I'm about off the main road, getting on another main road that ain't too busy, so pretty much the home stretch for the most part. I made it through town, so that's all that matters. But yeah, I'm surprised it did as well as it did. This thing has got enough. This thing has a lot of power. I had 10,000 pounds in there, and that wasn't including the batteries, the aluminum, or the radiators. So probably had, let's say, 10,500 pounds in this bus, so it did wonderful. Brakes were strong, engine had no troubles at all, so yeah, I think it's ready for the next load. I'm probably gonna get loaded when I get back home, and then might take another load today, I don't know. This first trip made me pretty nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Because you don't know what to expect in a chopped up looking, hillbilly looking school bus. So yeah, that's that. But I mean, I guess I don't know what else to tell you guys. It ran great. So I'll check all my wires over when I get home, check my lights over again after I get loaded, make sure my license plate's still tight, and yeah, I might try to make that other trip today. So I guess I will pick you guys up when I get on home. Guys, that was freaking sweet. I got so many laughs and just giggles and smiles, and people tell me this was cool. the whole time, hauling scrap with the school bus. But yeah, once you hit 50, you get a real bad vibration. Wheels are probably out of balance, or whatever you do with semi wheels. I'm sure you have to balance them or put beads in them. Oh yeah, there's the weights. So I'm sure they need rebalanced, but I got 2 more loads, maybe 3, I don't know. But this thing is, I keep threatening them at the scrapyard that I'm gonna leave the bus there, but they don't like that idea. So guess I have to bring it home and make some more YouTube videos on it. But yeah, we opened the, how did that open? Oh well. Open the hatch here, and there's a lot of junk still in here, which is fine. But oh, look at that. How'd that get in here? Huh. I'm glad that didn't get picked up by the thingy. But still a lot of junk in here. He got most of it out, but just a little bit left. So the trash I'm not too worried about. Clean it out once I get done hauling scrap. I just hope to leave as much as I can behind. But yeah, after when I was unloading the batteries and radiators and whatnot, these 2 wires here came unspliced, so I jammed them back in and put duct tape on them so they'd stay together and work on my way home, because that's just giving me trouble. If I don't have working lights, then that's an excuse to pull me over. So I want to make sure I have working lights. But I'm gonna go ahead and load the next load of scrap first, just in case something jiggles loose, and then I'm gonna go back there and crimp them down and make sure my lights work. And yeah, hopefully get another load out today, and then I'll probably end the video off and make another video on hauling all the rear ends and stuff, because you guys know it's fun unloading these heavy rear ends. So probably make another video on that, just as, yeah, I gotta pay for this bus somehow. I'm doing this for you guys because I know you guys are gonna enjoy the bus hauling scrap adventures. So I want to make it as many videos as I can. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. So what my next load is going to consist of, oh, I forgot wiring, doggone it. Oh well. It's just the rest of this little stuff and then some other stuff out yonder. Just get this place really cleaned up. And then he told me that he would take the bus top. I just have to, he told me I have to cut it in 3 pieces, but then he said he would let me just cut it in 2 pieces. So it's not going to go right now, but it will go just to get it out of here. So I'll probably just cut it like right smack dab in the middle, stack them on top of each other and go that route. So yeah, the place is going to look pretty clean here. But got D17 Series 4 on auction time this morning, so it sells like June 28th or something. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this 7040 on auction time as well. So I need to do that before I load scrap, because I got an hour to get it up there before it rolls into the next week's listings. So that is the plan. All the other stuff sells probably when you guys be seeing this video. So that 7020 right there, that skid steer, a bush hog, and a loader off of that tractor. So if you guys are seeing this by like next Monday, then they sell on Wednesday. So make sure to head on over to auction time if you are interested in any of that stuff. So I'm gonna sit you guys down for now, get a video of the 7040 running, and then I'll put you guys on time-lapse mode, get the rest of this crap loaded up. It's a hot one today, but I got most of the little stuff picked up over here. That piece ain't scrap. It came off that 1155, so I just need to tear it down the rest of the way. The CA snap coupler bell thingy, I've sold it. I just got to tear it apart, so it's not scrap. These few little pieces right in here need to go, but this rear end here is gonna wait another day. And then this Oliver 88 is gonna wait another day. That cab will probably go on this one, and that'll wait another day. Might grab that rim right there too. And there's a bee. Stupid thing. Must have took its nest away. And then these couple rear ends will go in the next batch as well. So, yeah, there's definitely another load because them rear ends are not light. So, and I got a few more tractors I'm in tear down. So, might have to make 2 rear end trips. But, that wasn't all my scrap. Like I was saying, I want to clean up this little pile here and around these trees, so I can take all these trees out and it not look like a dump. I want to get the dash off this thing before I take it. And then over here, this little B here, I'm gonna take it after I get the rear wheels off because there's weights in the rear. Got the frame rail weights off. I haven't decided if I'm gonna keep the front end or not, and the steering box, but the rest of it's pretty much junk. Yes, there is an implement dealio thingy on the rear here, but I already have a few of them on the shelf, so I'm just sending that thing to the scrapyard. Got some oil filters and stuff that I'm gonna throw in as well. And then over here, that Massey 1100 I tore apart a long time ago. Y'all are gonna cry because I'm throwing that block in the dumpster, that in the dumpster, and the oil pan in the dumpster, and clean that up right there. But I think that's about it for right there. And then if we run out to the barn, got an 8050 rear end right there that's gonna go. 190 gas motor right here that's gonna go. 190 block right there that's gonna go. Head that's gonna go. Some 8050 rear axles that are gonna go. Bunch of junk in this pile here probably gonna go as well. And then some stuff on that wagon. And yeah, just miscellaneous junk here and there that needs to go. And just stuff I'm tired of looking at. Tried to sell these 720 gas parts. And they didn't sell, so throwing them away. You can hate on me all you want, but they're getting junked. And then I'd love to get the 7580 out of here, but I still need to tear it down a little bit before I can send it on its way, because it's just taking up room and it's super heavy to move around. So that needs to go. That'll probably be a different trip and video because I want that out of here. And then if we come out here in the muddy mess because it rained finally, then I want to strip this 7020 down the rest of the way and take it, possibly the 7000 as well, and just clean up around here because it is getting disgusting, like I have mentioned, and I'm getting to the point where I want this place to look like a home again and not like a business. So that is my plan. Got some stuff over here, but I'll hang on to it and whatnot. Looks like one of my tags already fell off, but yeah, no, that stuff's gonna go. That's a good 185 rear end if anyone needs one. I'm not gonna ship it. You can come pick it up, or I will throw it on a pallet for you, and you make the arrangements to for a load out and whatnot. Because I would be glad to load it on a semi for you, but I don't want them to charge me. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, the rest of the stuff's fine. There might be some junk in this pile here that needs to go, but other than that, getting down there. Thankfully, I'm ready to clean this joint up. So I guess what I'm gonna do is come out here, throw all that stuff in a bucket, and bring telehandler out here and grab them blocks and whatnot, throw them on this load, and then it'll probably be about full enough for my likings to go and dump it as well. Hopefully it's another, I'm gonna imagine it's gonna be another 10,000 pound load, so it should be another good amount of cash, I'm hoping. because tomorrow we're going tractor shopping. So these videos are coming out like not like a few weeks after I film them. So yeah, anything you see in the scrap, it might be long gone. So I mean, it is gonna be long gone, but even if you go to the scrapyard, try and buy it, it's probably gonna be long gone. But here's the load so far. Ain't crazy, but there is definitely some weight in there. Just threw a couple rear ends in there, just because I know the next load will be very, very heavy. So you'll want to make sure to stay tuned for a part 2 scrap video. As long as this load makes it safe and sound, I make it back home, you'll want to make sure to stay tuned for the next scrap video, because it's gonna be heavy and it's gonna be fun unloading. So I'm gonna sit you guys down for now, hop in my skid loader, go get all them little parts, and get in my tail handler, get all those parts, and then head on back to the scrapyard. Loaded and ready to hit the road again. So I got the cab in there that you guys seen sitting over here. Got all the loose little stuff picked up for the most part. I'm gonna take that weight and that other weight. I was gonna throw them in the scrap, but I decided to I'm gonna throw them on a pallet and take them to an auction with a bunch of other junk. But yeah, we just got this rear end, that Oliver 88, that rooftop, 2 rear ends over there, and then 2 tractors out there. And that'll be it on the scrap, because I think I've got all the little stuff. I know I'll find some more stuff after I get done hauling scrap, but I got most of it. I'm gonna throw these tires and rims probably in the next load. But and then over here at the Massey parts, I said I was gonna throw them in, which I threw some of them in, as you guys can see. But that block, I decided just for giggles, I would look up to see what that block's worth. And the first one I seen was priced at $4,400. So even if I get $1,000, that's better than scrap. So I might hold on to that engine block, at least for now. Might eventually just throw it on a pallet and haul it off to the auction and still get more than scrap price probably. But yeah, here's my load. I'm thinking we're about the same weight probably. So there's some heavy stuff in there, some lighter stuff, and then that cab, which I don't care to look at. But yeah, there's a few miscellaneous things here and there that need to go, but I got most of the little loose stuff in there. So all that's left is big stuff, and I'll try to put it all on one load, but it might have to be 2 loads. So yeah, I'm gonna check my lights again before I leave, check everything over, pinch my wires down so that they don't come loose, and then I guess hit the road. And I guess the next clip, if I make the scrapyard, you'll be seeing me at the scrapyard. case 1370 rear end just shook the ground. Thing was heavy. It's getting hot out here. Sun finally came out. Humidity's so hot. But we ain't had a nice day in a couple days now because it was raining for a couple days, so it's tolerable. It gets really hot in the cab of that bus because all you got's that little window. I think I chopped the wires for the fans so they don't work, sadly, but get a little airflow, I guess. Better than none. There goes a Massey 245 rear end. Some of you guys might hate on me, some of you guys might understand, but the reason I let go of so many rear ends and rear axles, engine blocks, stuff like that is because they're so big and bulky and they hardly sell. so I might as well come up here, get my money, and move on instead of looking at them forever and never selling them. So that's why I bring so many rear ends and stuff to the scrap. Normally if they're pretty pricey blocks or something, then I hang on to them, but it's only every once in a while. How's the rest of the wiring harness? It should be about done, so after this crap, I'll probably set you guys down for now. He's trying to get that magnet to stop swinging. If it was me, I'd set it down in there and smash the bus. Maybe there is a few more things in there that some axles and a inner tube off a 1100 Massey, rock shaft off 7030 Alice. Alrighty, I'll pick you guys up when I get back home. Made it back home. Everything went as planned, smooth, simple. So I mean, I couldn't ask for a better day. So surprised the bus actually got 2 loads done at least. There is 1 or 2 more, but they're gonna wait a few days. But yeah, 2 loads, and I was wrong on the first load. The first load was like 13.7 is what he told me. The second load was quite a bit lighter, didn't get as much money. It felt heavier, but I had a bunch of aluminum and batteries and radiators, stuff like that. So I don't know, I made a decent amount off the 2 loads, and yeah, got 2 loads out of here, so that's great. But yeah, here's, I guess, what's left in here. A bunch of trash. That stuff, heck, he grabbed a lot of it, but that's pretty much just trash. But still some metal in here, but a bunch of junk as well. He had that. I wish it would have went with him, but oh well. So yeah, made it home. Pile is smaller, like you guys seen before I went to. Ow! Dang, I knew that was there. Why'd I hit that? Pile is smaller, like you guys saw, and all I got left is rear ends and heavy stuff. So I'm probably gonna load them up here this evening and get it ready to go. But I'm gonna buy tractors, or a tractor tomorrow, all the way over near Iowa. So yeah, it ain't gonna be tomorrow when I get the last scrap load in, but it might be the beginning of the week or Friday. So just gonna set that rear end, that Oliver 88, those couple things, and then a couple tractors out there, in there, and hopefully get another decent amount of money. So all them rear ends and stuff is gonna be another video, just because I don't know what I'm gonna get into, because they're quite heavy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button for me, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because you never know when I'm going to post. And I don't know, yeah, it's a new thing every day, and that's what I love about my job. So yeah, and if you like the bus content, make sure to stay tuned. because if it gets this last load or two done, then I will be chopping it all the way down to the floor and converting it into a hay hauler. So make sure to stay tuned if you are into that bus content, and I might go ahead and chop the exhaust off. So it's just the idea, make it sound better or sound meaner, but that'll be after all my scrap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you all for the love and support, and I guess I will catch you all on the next one. Thanks for watching.